I think most writers tackle a story idea because they have something to say, which is a lot better than writing a book when you have nothing to say. The problem is, we humans tend to be opinionated and kind of arrogant, and we think other people ought to listen to us because we're right. So we sometimes end up writing books that preach a cause, or a doctrine, or even just a pet peeve. And we assume that because we've called it a story, readers won't notice that it's really just a sermon dressed up in a pirate costume. Or if they do notice, your readers will be so persuaded by how right you are that they'll change their mind and come over to the right side. What usually happens is authors just collect readers who already agree with them and they push away everyone else. And that's okay, but it may not be what you intended. The principle behind this is really simple. People don't generally change their minds because of persuasion. They change their minds because of emotion and experience. Experience that creates emotion is more effective still. If I were teaching carpentry to someone, I could tell them how to hold a nail 100 times and they might not listen. The first time they smash their own thumb with a hammer, that lesson will be imprinted on their brain permanently. Well, stories use that principle vicariously. Bad writing uses brute force. The author has a hammer and tries to whack the reader's fingers to teach them a lesson. Good writing puts the hammer in the hands of the reader and says, "Go ahead, give it a try." If readers arrive at a conclusion themselves, if they have to work for it and piece it together, they'll own it. They'll think they figured it out for themselves because they did. In other words, the more obvious your theme, the less effective it will be.